Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we have Huawei Y6 2018 device, and the customer brought it in for repair and they said it is dead. All right, so I have powered it on. It's not powering on, so let's open up the phone and see what is happening with the phone. Okay, if you're interested in our online training, please DM us on the numbers on the screen. We're going to help you become a better technician. We're going to train you on how to troubleshoot a dead phone like this, and you're going to be the best at what you do. Okay, the first thing first is to take the voltage reading of the battery. We need to know how many volts is the battery carrying. All right, if it's enough to power on the phone or if it's not. Okay, so let's take the reading right now. Don't forget to hit the like button. Okay, we have 3.7 volts, which is enough to power on this phone. And because it is not powering on this phone, let's try and use our DC power supply, and let's pay close attention at the readings. You can see it drawing automatic amps right there, 0.023 and 0.05 thereabout. That means there's a short circuit on this device. Okay, if you join our line training, you will know how to use your DC power supply to read to take readings on dead phones, and you are going to be able to know where the problems are. Now look at the readings on the VBAT line. Both the positive terminal and the negative terminal are both shorting. All right, when you get this type of problem as a technician, what do you do next? Are you stuck? Are you going to return the phone back to the customer and say, well, you don't know how to repair it? Are you going to tell the customer the board is damaged? Are you going to tell the customer that there is no repair at all? All right, let's continue with the repair. We need to inject what we call voltage. This is the process to inject voltage from your DC power supply. And after you inject voltage, you are going to feel where the PCB is heating up with your finger. All right, if you have thermal camera, you can use it, but I have thermal camera, but I'm going to use my finger to do this troubleshooting in case, for the sake of those that did not have thermal camera. All right, if you want to know how to inject the right voltage to fish out the heating component, please join our line training. It is very important. Okay, you can see me feeling with my finger and injecting voltage from my DC power supply. Okay, trying to sense where the heat is coming from so we can troubleshoot that area and work on it. All right, now I can feel the heat coming out from this part of the PCB. All we need to do now is to remove the shield. All right, we're going to remove the shield and we are going to take readings of the components around where this heat is coming out from. That is how to troubleshoot a dead phone. All right, now this section is very important. We take readings to our multimeter. If you want to know how to use multimeter to take readings on, to know if a component is good or is bad, join our online training. So let's count how many capacitors. That's the second capacitor shorting right there. Okay, now this is the third capacitor. We have 3 capacitors shorting now. All right, and we have 4 capacitors around here. Now the next thing we are going to do, okay, around this area is what we are going to do right now is to flux. We are going to use our Rosen flux, all right, to flux the whole area, because now we are having more than one component shorting. We have like 4 components shorting and we don't know the exact one that is shorting. This short component is the reason why this phone is not powering on. So if you want to learn how to use flux, you know how to flux effectively, I'm going to leave a link in the description below. Okay, now we are fluxing. Why do we flux? We are using this smoky substance for us to know which of the component is heating up, and once it heats up, it's going to melt this thing this rosin I'm applying right on the PCB. All right, so when it heats it up, we are going to know this is the particular component that is heating up. Now we are going to inject voltage again. Like I said, if you want to learn how to inject the right voltage, please join our online training and we're going to explain all these things to you. Now we're going to pick one of the components that is shorting and we're going to inject on that component. So let me pick this capacitor right here. Okay, so pay close attention at the component that is going to heat up. Okay, now pay close attention. All right, let's go. If you are interested in our online training, please make sure you DM us on the numbers on the screen. We're going to help you look at it. Take a look at your left hand side over here. The capacitor is going to come out now. The capacitor has shown up. All right, the capacitor has shown up. This is the bad capacitor. Now when you get this bad component, what would you do? The next thing is to remove it, isolate it from the board, and take another reading on that same capacitor. That is what I'm doing right now. All right, if you want to learn more about mobile phone repair, how to troubleshoot, all right, please join our online training. We are going to give you the best explanation ever. All right, so DM us on the numbers on the screen and join our online training today. Okay, it's not expensive, it is very affordable. We're going to teach you a lot of things in that training. Okay, now after removing the component, the bad capacitor on this component, on this PCB, we are going to take readings with our multimeter to be sure that this component we removed is the real bad guy, is the real culprit. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to take our multimeter, put your multimeter on diode mode or continuity mode. Okay, then you use your red probe and black probe to read both sides. Now, as you can see, the capacitor is reading short. That means this capacitor is very, very bad. Okay, and the next thing we are going to do is to replace the capacitor. It is very important that you replace capacitor after you remove the bad capacitor or the bad component. It's very important that you replace it. All right, why do we replace it? Because capacitor is very important on the PCB. It serves as protective component. All right, it filters current, but the main reason is that it serves as protective component. Now something else supposed to burn out, but the capacitor took the shot. All right, and it got pumped. Okay, so you need to replace it in case something happens again. I mean, the capacitor would be there to to shield and protect the PCB or the circuit. Right, the phone is reading, the VBAT line is reading properly, as you can see. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. If you have watched up to this extent, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our online training. Let's power on the phone. Obviously the phone is going to power on. All right, so if you want to have a smooth troubleshooting and repair like this, please join our online training. All right, so yes, that is it right there. So because you see, that's a sensor issue, so let me couple the phone, add the screws, tighten it up, and the phone should be up and running. All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. If you're interested in our online training, please join us now. See you in my next video. Peace.